The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mids offense will have the first possession of the game. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. The give to the tailback. Hard running there. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Guys, let's chat a bit about Navy. They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment, and getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Going to the ground. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? 8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Back to pass, it's straight. Under fire. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Offense in the hurry-up.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Finds his tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tight end now in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man out of the backfield. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives him a first down.
One One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Quickly to the tight end. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Hauls it in. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power football with the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Navy will try to fight its way out of this hole here on second down. Handoff to the single running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's straight. Oh, they're after him. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Navy will have to punt it away. Here he comes from his own end zone. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And guys, they're not going to give up on picking up the first down, but they also need some breathing room for the punter. He'll get rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. They were forced to punt on their last possession, but this time taking over with spectacular field position. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
To the air, it's Drake. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Navy will have it with a 1st and goal. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
How about the defense going up, making 2 big plays back-to-back? 2nd and goal, sack. 3rd and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense. Not giving up. They gave up some yards, but they didn't break in the end.
And it slips just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Punts it out of the air. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. At midfield, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Carr. The screen, he can go.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. The give on the inside. They make the the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. He's got it. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got a man, it's Perkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Scanning the field, it's straight. He's got the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Navy quick to the line. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. No good. Boy, they could have used that field goal to draw a little closer, but still an 8-point game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. Got his man downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hauls it in. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. A first down for the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Buys a little time. Fires into the end zone. And it's a touchdown. Puts 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. Give to the running back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Run it with the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll take it on the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Looking for the score. He caught it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Got it. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They're going to run it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. And with the extra point, the score is 28-6. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Back to throw, it's Drake. Right down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Navy needs to come up with a big play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Navy will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Fires downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
And here comes the Navy offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the bootleg and rolling out. A little release to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll try the left side. Runs through a tackle. Ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
Yeah, and the defensive line, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Defense showing blitz here. They're going back to the ground. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off to the single back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. The midshipman looking for a chunk play on 3rd and long. Hand off from the gun. And some room to work. There he goes. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12. Navy is clicking on all cylinders right now. Leaves it with the running back. Shakes off the defender. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Carr. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Navy quick to the line. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game. And
it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. They want that clock to run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the move. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.